This is Mike Regan with TransAct's 2-minute warning for the week of July 22nd. In this week's 2-minute warning, we have 3 letters for you. UPS. In a recent 2-minute warning, we talked about why shippers need to be always looking out over the horizon to see things that are coming their way that could impact your freight cost and your freight budgets. Well, little did we know that after releasing that 2-minute warning, UPS would be making a very significant announcement about the changes they're making in their peak season surcharge program. Now, as you would expect from UPS, the biggest change involves the rates that they will be charging for peak season shipments, but they've also done something interesting and lengthened the time for which the peak season will apply. It will now go from September 29th to January 18th. But here's another significant change. They have made it a multi-tiered program. The first tier applies for shipments going from September 29th to November 23rd. The second tier is for shipments on November 24th to December 28th. And the third change that they've made are shipments going on December 29th to January 18th. Folks, I have pages about what this means. There's no way I can cover it in a 2-minute warning. So if you're interested in learning more about how these UPS changes could potentially affect your freight costs, you need to give me a call, send me an email. Let's get together on Calendly and discuss it. But for now, here's some really important things that you must understand based on what UPS has done. First, UPS has great data. And with that data, they understand that if it can make what seems like minor tweaks here, minor tweaks there, it can have a very significant and positive financial impact. Why is that so important? Because UPS has a very expensive Teamster contract that they have to pay for. The second thing, though, that it means is that shippers must have good data if you want any shot at understanding how to negotiate with UPS. Now, my good friend Jerry Hemston, who's been a dear friend and a parcel expert since shortly after the Last Supper broke, he and I were talking about some of the significant changes. That was augmented by another conversation that I had with a very large shipper that said, they took a look at the data, and based on the historical data, these changes could result in an 8 to 10% increase for that particular shipper. And we're talking about somebody that spends millions and millions and millions of dollars. Now, that brings me to my final point. One of the things that we've talked about on our webcast with UPS and FedEx and the parcel carriers is that everything is negotiable. But in order to negotiate, you need to have the data and you need to understand where to negotiate. Some things are clearly going to be more important than other things. And if you're really saying, oh man, this is so confusing, what do we do? Let me remind you what I just said a moment ago. Give me a call, send me an email, and let's talk about what's going on at UPS. We want to do this because with each and every 2-minute warning, we're here to remind you, we are on your team. We're here to help, and we're passionate about seeing you be successful. Thanks for your time.